So today we're gonna be going over all the pros and cons of buying an Evo 10, owning one, what it's like, and if it's a good idea to buy one.
Oh yeah, I'm winning.
This is actually a base model Lancer.
So I think the most important question that needs to be answered when we're considering an Evo here is the driving experience, because the main reason why you're gonna be buying this car is gonna be the driving experience. It's like something that you've never driven before. It's probably something you've never driven before. And if you haven't, it's something you wanna drive. It's probably the car that I felt the most connected to in terms of going through turns, accelerating, shifting through the gears, the clutch pedal, and it's a blast. It's just so much fun. The accelerating is just the best part. Shifting through the gears, once again, if you don't like that, you're gonna be doing a lot of that, so get used to that if that's something that you want to be doing. So should you buy this car? I hope that answer is gonna be a little bit more clear to you after this video. Check this out. This is a stop sign, accelerating. I'm now in second. I'm now in third. Now in fourth. And I can cruise in fourth if I want to, or I can shift into fifth gear. But yeah, you're gonna be getting into fourth gear within 10 seconds of a stop sign. So get used to that. Other things to cover in this video are gonna be how the car actually feels when you're driving it. This thing has been to a few track days and it's just a blast to drive. Here we have a nice little left-hand uphill turn coming up. Gonna go into second for this. Just be careful in case there's ice. Back into second. You have an LSD in the front, you have an LSD in the back, and a by default 50-50 power split. So this is gonna give you excellent control of the car when you wanna have control, and excellent control of the car when you're going into a slide. It's a blast. Where I'm not gonna disturb anybody. Oh wow, I can't stop. Okay, that's why you get studs, guys. That is why you get studs. Studded tires go a long way. Oh my God, we have no traction. I'm just gonna set you outside and show you exactly what no traction looks like. This is gonna be very satisfying. I'm gonna get out and show you exactly what this looks like. If you didn't believe this car had all-wheel drive already, well, you're about to see. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but that was like 1,500 RPM, no gas. So here we are outside. That's the Evo. Hope you like it. If you don't, then I'm sorry. There's a little bit of wind right now, so I hope the GoPro's doing all right. And let's just take a look at these ice marks that were left behind. A nice little view of these tracks that stopped me from going into the sidewalk. So that's pretty nice. Oh, she's just on fire right now. Look at that. It is extremely windy. So, what can you expect when you buy one of these? I'm gonna go over just a few basic big points that you should know. So the first thing you need to know about this car is that it is fast. It is not your average grocery getter. You're gonna have about 292 horsepower to the crank, stock from factory. This one's almost at 400, so extra fun for you. Next things you need to know right off the bat: bigger brakes, bigger wide body. You got the vented hood. And even more basic is you have the all-wheel drive system. The all-wheel drive is going to be a big plus for you. Unfortunately, at the same time, the all-wheel drive is going to be a negative, because when it breaks, it is going to be a costly repair, about $3,000 from the Mitsubishi dealership. Or stealership, however you want to go. Next up, we have the aggressive stance. These are not OEM taillights, but we have a very nice aggressive stance on this car that is gonna just boost your self-confidence and love for this car. Kind of weird. So a bit of a POV sense, this is what you're gonna be seeing when you're actually driving. And if we move a bit closer, then we have that famous speedo and tachometer. Over here you can go up to, I think, 8,000 RPM from factory. And over here you can pretty much use the whole thing, so have fun with that. Over here I've installed boost and air fuel ratio gauges. Those are not OEM for obvious reasons. We have the wonderful steering wheel over here, which will allow you to control your power split. And of course I've changed the display because the OEM radio is an ugly piece of garbage with no functions. Over here I have a sprint booster, which is actually pretty nifty for throttle control. And you have a lot of functionality with that in terms of modifying the rate at which your throttle body opens. It does not make your car faster in any way, but it is fun and pretty useful actually in terms of valet mode and throttle responsiveness. Other than that, the interior in this car is pretty simple and lackluster. So yeah, it's a basic base model Lancer interior. If you were expecting supercar interior, do not buy this car. Check out the Golf R for that. But if you want raw performance and handling, driver feel and responsiveness, this is your car. It also does have this interesting kind of rev limiter launch control slash two-step slash rev limiter, factory limiter, which is pretty fun to use when you have a cutout because it makes all the fun Evo noises. And I'll show you what that is. So basically, you want to be in first gear and you want your foot on the clutch, mash the throttle, and she will hold roughly 5,500 RPM. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was 4,500. Let's find out. Pretty fun, and for those who are wondering, yes, that was all rev hang, which kind of sucks, but we do it with what we can. Pretty nifty sounding from the outside too, I'll show you that. Another thing about an Evo, you're gonna learn things about it every single time you use it. So I'm gonna set you up for one last little tire spin session while we leave, and then we'll head out for a little drive. Is it just me that likes watching all-wheel drive cars spin all four wheels? I can't tell, but to me it's the most satisfying thing in the world. Oh, she lights up. She really lights up. Especially makes you laugh and smile every single time. Like you can't floor this car. You can't floor this car and just have a straight face. It's just impossible. Like when first gear, I don't know if it's gonna do it. Look, you just can't fake that. You can't fake that. That was amazing. I don't know if you guys realize what just happened, but when you break loose all four tires spinning on the dry, it's a dry road right now. When you're breaking all four, that's just, it's just something else. It's just something else. That's fast. That's the other thing about having short rally gearing like this, is that no matter what speed you're going, if it's under 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour, you're always gonna have a gear to be in your power band. Like I'm going 50 kilometers an hour, 30 miles an hour right now. I'm in third gear doing about 2,900 RPM, which isn't good enough for me. So if I drop it in a second, we get a nice little pop and we're almost at 4,000, which is super great because we spool up quickly. And the boost lag in this car is actually probably one of my most enjoyed features about it. It's great to have linear power for daily driving, but the boost lag just gives this car so much more personality. And just like that, we're already in 5th gear again.